this Riverton City dump is just belching smoke all over Kingston. As you see to the radio coming over, it's quite dramatic. People are having asthma attack, people are coughing, businesses are closed. The Ministry of Education has given instructions that all schools should close and send their children home within the Kingston and St. Catherine environments. It's a terrible situation because that situation doesn't need to exist.
I think there should be a better policy or management because we don't necessarily have to move the dump. We just need more serious people or more control of the dump per se. For instance, the people that are living here, I think that they need to relocate. I think we need to either draft a policy and put them away because landfill and people live in.
Would it be cheaper to move someone, if the residents, or move the dump themselves?
I would guess it would be cheaper to move the residents.
No, but if you move the residents, have to think about their access to things like we're going to
because the whole
keep them
reason
in
why
the
they
city.
live there is scrap metal business. So persons go there to get the scrap metal. Even persons, the clothes that they wear, it's from the dump that they get these clothes. So many persons' livelihood depend upon the dump.
And that's there lies the problem. We could create like a biosphere and place those garbage there and cover it up with some form of bag to contain. So when it decomposes, the gases that built up under there will actually can be extracted. So there we would have what, methane? There we'll get methane and we could use it.
And we'll get money also.
It's an interesting prospect, moving the dump or moving the people. It's going to be difficult to do both, or to do either of them. So I think the solution, my own view is that the long-term solution is to move the dump, to relocate it, find somewhere else to dump. But that's a 50-year solution. In the short term, the dump can be properly managed. The first thing we need to do is to change it from a dump to a landfill. Firstly, the dump is over 100 acres. Riverton City dump is almost 100, well, more than 100 acres. Only a part of it is used as garbage storage areas. They do not have domain control over the dump. So they're not able to control who gets on and off, what gets on and what is taken off. So that's the first thing, is a security issue. The second problem is that everything is dumped there. So you cannot avoid spontaneous combustion. The chemicals that are dumped there, the materials that are there, they will combust by themselves. They will just ignite by themselves. And then because of the security issue, you can't control who's going to go there and start a fire for whatever reason. Now, to manage the dump in the current situation, given the security issue and given the spontaneous combustibility issue because of all that is done, you will have to pre-position in the dump fill material, whether it is mold or dirt. You have to pre-position them. And so you have to have equipment pre-positioned and you have to have the coverage material pre-positioned. And as a fire starts, you're able to control it, to smother it. So the government has not put the resources in place to do that. The other thing is that you need water. Now there is a river running in close proximity to the dump, but they don't have pumps to move the water or the proper piping and hosing to channel the water. So they do have some assets that they can use to manage the fires, but again, a resource problem. The medium-term solution, and when I say medium-term, it's a short-term solution really, is to divest the dump. Right now the dump is being run by government. The challenge is that the government agency that is running it, NSWME, is also the agency charged to regulate, to oversee waste disposal in the community. And so there is a conflict that a government agency charged with regulation is also the agency managing waste disposal. That agency can't regulate itself. It's not meeting its own standards. It's not meeting the standards that it's imposing on other people regarding waste disposal. And so you find that there's a breakdown in just the structure of how waste is managed. So I think a quick solution to it is to divest, to sell the dump to a private individual. And it may not be sell in the classic case of divest. The government could say, okay, I'm going to give you a 100-year lease or a 99-year lease, as the case may be. And we will pay you for the dump that is coming in terms of the processing and management and disposal. But you have to make, for example, some investments. You have to put in a fence. You have to put pumps into the river to move the water. You have to make sure that there is an adequate stockpile of material to cover the landfill. You have to do some recycling. You have to do waste. All these can be done on a very profitable basis. It is, in my mind, just a lack of foresight and will of government why it is done.